Recently, I DP'd a short film using only the Sony FX9 and the new Greyjoy 50mm 1.8x anamorphic lens. I want to show you some of those shots and then I'll come back and tell you more about my experience. So let's roll that footage. So let's talk about some of the physical aspects. The focus ring itself rotates 270 degrees, and I have to say it's a little too smooth. The minimum focus distance is about 27 inches. The aperture runs from 2.9 to T22. The lens is pretty lightweight, coming in at 2.2 pounds. It has a 1/4-inch screw adapter in the bottom if you want to install some kind of lens support. In the front, it has an 82mm thread. By the way, if you have the Blackmagic Pocket 4K with a Micro Four Thirds to EF speed booster adapter like I have here, you cannot attach this EF lens to it. You need to get the Micro Four Thirds version of this lens, or you get an adapter that does not have a glass focal reducer element. Again, everything was filmed with one lens, the Greyjoy 50mm, which is what you are seeing now, and I'm also shooting with the FX9. This was because I was running against a couple of constraints. First, I did not have the luxury of a crew or the budget to rent a bunch of lenses. So Greyjoy had sent me this lens to test out a couple of weeks prior, and I thought this was a perfect situation to put into practice. I ran camera tests and I settled on the Sony FX9 because it is a full frame sensor and it gave me a wider field of view compared to my other Super 35 sensor cameras. We were filming in really tight spaces and I needed as wide field of view as possible. It was actually kind of liberating to be stuck with one focal length because I had to be very intentional with every shot. Plus, it forced us to move with the characters and roll on each scene longer as opposed to reshooting scenes with different focal lengths and different angles. So I really enjoyed the process of filming. If you are dealing with, let's say, a limited space and crew, you kind of need to shoot tighter because it is much easier to dress and light the room. We couldn't really show the whole space either because the lights we used were just outside of frame. I honestly think the 50mm anamorphic is perfect because it is a wider field of view than, let's say, using a normal spherical lens. In the camera department, I only had a focus puller and we never ran into any issues as far as the lens goes. We stayed wide open at 2.9 the whole time. The focus ring, in my opinion, is a little too smooth. But then again, I didn't notice because I wasn't pulling focus and we were using a wireless follow focus. By the way, make sure you get a monitor that can de-squeeze the footage by 1.8 because the lens is, again, a 1.8 anamorphic and not all monitors can do a custom de-squeeze. What you see here, this is the EF version because I plan to use it with my other EF mount cameras. However, you can also get it in PL mount, E mount, RF, L, and I believe in MFT mount. I have to say the lens is pretty robust and well built. As you saw from the footage, it produces beautiful anamorphic images. I don't often get to shoot anamorphic for the type of shoots I'm involved in, so I was really happy when I can step away from a spherical lensing and do something with more character. If you're looking for the perfect focal length in anamorphic, I believe this is it right here, the 50mm. You can pick this lens for $1,200, I believe. This price will go up in the near future. If you are interested, check out the link in the description to pre-order. Also, if you have any questions, please make sure to ask away. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you on the next video.